August 7th, 2010, a night I'll never forget, and I'm sure the D-backs fans can remember this night vividly. It was the night that they retired Luis Gonzalez's jersey, number 20. That was the first number we ever saw go up in the Raptors right next to Jackie Robinson.
All right, here we go. Chris Young will lead it off. Chris Young, the other way. Chris Young, 1-0 Diamondbacks.
I remember even as I was passing the third base coach, I gave him a little smirk because it was so out of my character to hit a ball out to right field. So I got to the dugout, talked to my teammates and said, man, today's going to be a good day if I'm going deep to right field. We ended up finishing in last place that year, but our team had a lot of fight. We had a sold-out crowd. The stadium was buzzing, and we wanted to do something special.
Chris Young, high fly, deep left field, over the head of where number 20 used to play. Young's second of the night. It's a walk-off.
And the stadium went crazy. I was floating on there, running around the bases.
It's easy to get your energy flowing when you have 50,000 in the stands, so it was fun for us.
It was special for me then and still special for me now.
Pretty cool to see our own guy there, CY, Chris Young. As we take a look again, Black History Month continues. We take a look at notable black ball players and what they've done. And Chris played 13 seasons in the majors, 2010 All-Star with the D-backs. By the way, finished 4th in the 07 NL Rookie of the Year voting. In his career statistics, almost 200 home runs, almost 600 RBI, almost 1,500 games. Certainly was a special player in his time in the 2024 Negro League's East-West All-Star Game team captain, along with his good friend, CC Sabathia. Let's bring in CY right now. Look at that fresh face. Still looks like a nice young man.
Looks the same.
Yeah, exactly. Chris has not aged. CY, I thought it was interesting that home run, the first one, you know, Dan O'Dell actually said, right center. And then your voice says, I rarely hit balls out to right field, so I knew it was going to be a good night. What was going through your mind after that?
Yeah, so exactly what you said. Dan knows very well. It was very rare that I went out to right field. And Mike, I know you're working tonight as well. I'm thinking about our careers. Every time I saw you go deep, it was normally getting the head out on something. So for me to go oppo right there in that moment, that was a big deal for me. I probably have a total out of 191 homers. I probably have 4 oppo homers my entire career. So to go oppo in a game like that, I knew it was going to be a big night for me.
I see why it's obviously it's Dan O'Dad. I got a 2-part question for you, kind of focusing on the younger black athlete. Number one, you were a 2-sport player, from what I understand, in basketball and baseball, but chose high school. In high school, you chose only baseball. I want to know why. But the second part of that question I have is for younger black athletes that are incredibly gifted on a basketball court and a football field, but also good in baseball. How hard is that decision for them to go towards baseball?
I think for the first part of your question, Dan, the decision was really easy for me. I mean, you have a lot of guys who were major 2-sport guys or 3-sport guys. In all honesty, I wasn't that great in basketball, but I grew up playing basketball, grew up playing football, a little bit of track. When I got to my high school, I went to a high school that was #1 in the nation in baseball. So they made the decision for you. I wasn't put in that position to where I had to make a decision. If you were playing baseball at Bel Air, that's the only sport you can play and you don't have any other choice. But for other kids, it's a much tougher decision because they really have to weigh what type of opportunities are they going to receive through sport, mainly college opportunities. College opportunities, I mean, it's been well versed. If you're playing football, there's a way better chance of you getting a full scholarship to a big school than there is to be a baseball player and get a full scholarship. And baseball, as everybody knows, is an expensive sport. And for a lot of inner city kids, that money does come into play. For myself, if I didn't go pro out of high school, my opportunities were partial scholarships at Tulane, Rice, or Baylor, or go to junior college, which is blend. Even with the partial scholarship, I would have had to make the decision at that point in my life to go to blend just because 50% or 60% just isn't going to cover what's needed to go through a big D1 school.
CY, Mike Lowell here. Do you think nowadays, where the sports all seem to be year-round, does that make a big effect on the young black athlete having to choose maybe earlier than when you had to choose between one sport and another?
I think so, Mike, but I have some nephews who are playing in high school sports right now, and I see how schools are starting to modify their programs to make sure that the kids can play multiple sports. If you're at a certain talent level, I think it's been shown that if you're playing football and football season is creeping over there into the baseball season, they'll allow you to keep playing football, and as soon as you jump onto the baseball field, be ready to go. But I live in Texas. Texas, California, Florida, it's a lot of kids who can play year-round, and I think that does create an advantage to some extent for the guys who are able to get that much experience and, you know, that many reps throughout a year. I think it gives them a clear advantage, but it's tough to be able to pass up on that opportunity to jump into other sports or make that decision.
Hey, CY, it seems like MLB is really putting a focus on trying to get the black athlete into our sport. You're part of the Dream Series. I know as a general manager, we went through a generation where, quite honestly, up and down our development systems, we really didn't see the black athlete like I did earlier in my career. Do you see that beginning to change with all the initiatives and the focus MLB has on it right now?
I think so. I think all the pipeline programs, from the Hank Aaron Invitational, Dream Series, and the list goes on and on forever, I think it's making a difference. What I've seen is that you have to realize that these type of things take time. We're just seeing, I'm going back to the Dream Series, Hunter Green was pretty much the first player to go from a pipeline program as far as the Dream Series is concerned to a big league guy. So when you see guys like Hunter Green making it to the big leagues, you understand that there's a wave of players that are behind him, but you have to give it time to come to fruition. And as far as the black players that are in the game right now, you have your black stars who are setting an example to be role models for that next generation. Guys like Mookie Betts, guys like Aaron Judge. But now you have this new wave of young players who are kind of taking that responsibility upon themselves, whether it be a Hunter Green or Will Benson. I mean, the list goes on and on for a lot of young Jordan Walkers. It's a lot of young players that are trying to make their way into the game right now, and those will be the ones to be somebody's favorite player. See young, you know, that next black player's favorite player. They're looking to that younger generation for motivation and inspiration, and I think those guys are doing a great job at it.
CY, speaking of motivation and inspiration, you are the captain of the East-West Classic. That's happening later on this year. Tell us a little bit about that, because there's some pretty big stars that are going to partake in that event.
Man, Mike, so that is going to be the game for the ages. CC and I got together. We talked to Josh Rawitch with Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame Museum, and he asked us to put a roster together for this East-West Classic. East-West was a big all-star game back in the Negro League days. For over 40 years, they had this all-star game with all the top black players from around the game. So we're trying to create that as best we can. And we got some pretty big. CeCe's going to be there. David Price, Dontrell Willis, Edwin Jackson, D. Gordon. I mean, the list literally goes on and on forever of guys who are willing to share their time and spend Memorial Day weekend all together. The family's going to come out. It's going to be a great event, and it's going to be a great way to shine a light on the new exhibit that the Hall of Fame Museum has going up, trying to show love and appreciation for the black players who paved the way for guys like us. So it's going to be a great event. My only goal is for everybody to come out in one piece. The competitive juices are going to be flowing. So I'm curious to see how it all plays out.
Paying it forward, it's all about. Chris Young, appreciate you, CY, and more importantly, get your game face on. I understand you're coaching a big-time softball game coming up, so good luck to you and your daughter.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. My daughter's AU is big, heavy competition. I got to get ready to go.
All right, man. Thank you, CY. We'll talk to you soon.